What a better time to talk about shipping costs than right now. I got my coffee, the kids are asleep. Let's talk about shipping costs. In this video, we're going to cover shipping policies, how you can mitigate the cost of shipping, and how you can save actual dollars during shipping. So let's get started. First, we have to understand how customers like you and me think when we're shopping online. And it comes down to perception and comparison. For example, if I go to your website and you're selling a $500 product, my perception is that you're already making so much money on that one sale that it's not fair for you to charge even $25 for shipping. On the flip side, if I go to your website and you're selling a $15 product, but you're charging $5 for shipping, the comparison I make is the shipping cost with the product cost. You're charging too much for shipping. I want free shipping. So you as a seller, you're left between a rock and a hard place to make that decision. Free shipping, not free shipping, some shipping, calculated rate shipping. We're gonna talk about that in just a little bit, but just as important as the shipping cost is to have a good shipping policy, both for you and the customer. A few very important things to have in your shipping policy. Who pays for the return label? Is it the customer or is it you? Another kind of important thing to have in your shipping policy is how long it takes you to ship the items. Is it 5 days, 7 days, 14 days, 24 hours? Just so you set some expectations on when the customer can expect to receive the item. Another kind of important thing to have is what services do you use to ship your item? Is it first class mail? Is it priority mail? Is it UPS ground? Is it USPS Express? Just again, so the customer has an idea of how long is it going to take for them to get the product. Not that people are reading your shipping policies, but it's important to have on your website and even like on your listing pages, a link to your shipping policy, turnaround time, expected delivery date, and all that. Set expectations even before the sale happens. And one thing that I don't see often that's really important to have in your shipping policy, I add to all my shipping policies, is what happens if the item is lost in transit or it's shown as delivered, but the customer doesn't have the package. There's no right or wrong answer in those scenarios. It's really up to you and the brand you're trying to build to come up with a solution that aligns with your brand values in those two scenarios. Now, before we talk about ways you can save actual dollars shipping your products, let's talk about free shipping, flat rate shipping, and calculated rates. I really like free shipping and flat rate shipping combined together. Kind of industry standard now is if the customer spends $35 or more on free shipping, no questions asked. But let's go back to the $15 example that I used in the beginning of the video. $15 for the product and $5 for shipping. Shipping seems too expensive. So what I like to do is to kind of divide the price of shipping between the price of the product and a flat rate shipping. That means the product now doesn't cost $15 anymore. The product costs $17. And if the customer decides to buy that product, now I charge a flat rate shipping of $1.99 or $2.99. I'm splitting up the cost of shipping between the price of the product and a flat rate shipping. I'm not saying that's the ideal solution, but that does help because now you're falling into the perception thing. If the customer is paying $20, $25 on your website and they're only paying $1.99 for shipping, whoa, yes, what a steal. That's one option you can do. That's what I usually do, and I really like that. And as soon as the customer hits that $35 mark, it's free shipping. I hope all of this is making sense. I'm a little hyped up on caffeine right now, but now let's talk about ways you can save actual dollars during shipping. There's no one solution fits all. It's really up to the item you're shipping, how fast you want it to get to the customer. But let's talk about it. First class mail, items up to a pound. It costs you $4 to $6 and it takes 2 to 5 days for the item to arrive to the customer. Priority mail, you can ship lighter than a pound, but if it's heavier than a pound, you have to use priority mail. It takes 1 to 4 days to get to the customer and it costs you $8 to $12 to ship priority mail. And then we have UPS ground, really 5 to 7 days to get to the customer, and the cost $11 to I want to say $16 depending on how heavy the item is. But that's a great alternative because priority mail will be more expensive than UPS ground. Before we start making all this comparison, let's look at shipping supplies. Most boxes you buy are going to be rated 200 pounds, and those are fairly heavy duty boxes, great for shipping, pretty much indestructible, but you're paying for that weight. If you have to use a box to ship your product, I recommend you look up 32 ECT boxes. Those are pretty heavy duty and they're lighter in weight, so you can put more product inside the box and pay a little less in shipping. But you may not even need a box at all. You can use these guys. These are poly bags. And they make these, like a bubble version too, or just a poly bag. And these are super duper lightweight when combined with a big bubble wrap and some cardboard or whatever else inside this bag. Now you're talking. You're really shipping lightweight stuff. I have a scale here. Let's weight a box and a poly bag that I can ship the same item inside. The box weighs in at 15 ounces and 3/4. I'm just a quarter away from having to pay for priority mail, and that's at least $8. But if I'm using my poly bag with some nice bubble wrap inside and a lot of protection, now the poly bag is 15 ounces lighter than the box. That means I can put 15 ounces worth of product in here and still be in that first class mail. So now let's jump onto Shipstation so we can look at how the weight impacts your shipping cost. Here we are on Shipstation. Let's run a few simulations to see how weight, service, package, all this affects my final rate. So let's put a weight of 8 ounces and I'm using first class mail and it's a package. Now I'm paying $3.87. And remember when I said that if it's up to 8 ounces, you pay the bare minimum, but as soon as you go to 9 ounces, now you're paying a little bit more. And if I go up to 12 ounces, I'm still paying the same amount, but as soon as I go to 13 ounces, now I'm paying the highest amount for that shipment. Up to 15 ounces, still the same. And delivery time 4 days. Now this rate varies depending on where you are in the country and where you're shipping to. And this is for domestic mail only. So if you're just shipping down the road, this rate might only be like $4 even at 15 ounces. Depends on the zones that you're shipping within the country. So now if I want to ship the same package and I put a little bit more packaging and it's a pound. It's just 1 ounce difference, 16 to 15 ounces. Now I can't use this service anymore because I'm at a pound. I have to use priority mail. So now instead of paying my $5 for shipping, I'm paying $8.63. That's how much money less I'm making because I put a little bit more packaging and went over that 15. Even if I'm at 15.9 ounces, I'm still in that category of first class mail, which is $5.72. So $3 difference really by adding a hair more of packaging here. Boom. Now I have to use priority mail. It's really important to understand these little nuances when you're shipping your packages. Okay, so we are at a pound priority mail. So let's put 7 pounds. Now priority mail to ship that product alone is almost $18 to ship that product using USPS priority mail. Let's see what happens as soon as I change to UPS ground to ship the same product. $13. That's $4.50 cheaper to ship the same product using UPS ground. But if the product was only, let's say 3 pounds, half of that, now UPS ground is at $9.74 and UPS priority mail is at $10.39. So basically almost $1 cheaper to use UPS ground. All right, so I hope this quick simulation helped you visualize the little nuances of shipping, how just 1 ounce can affect your shipping cost from $4 to $8. And I hope I wasn't all over the place because I'm a little caffeinated and animated here. If there's anything else you would like to talk about when it comes to shipping and e-commerce in general, just drop a comment below. I'm happy to answer all the questions and I'll see you in the next video.